Bob, you have a very successful pro debut for Mick Conlan. How
Right.
was it, the atmosphere? It's nothing like I've ever seen before.
No, it was great. It was wonderful. We're going to do April 22nd, where we have the three amigos defending their title. We have a professional debut of Shakur Stevenson and a professional debut of Fauzi here, Olympic gold medal winner. He's going to have his professional debut on April 22nd, and we're gonna do it really sensationally. I mean, you haven't. He comes from Uzbekistan, so you haven't heard a lot about him, but he is a big prospect.
Tell us about this gentleman a little bit.
What? He is. He has all of the tools. He's a good boxer, punches well. He will be fighting world-class junior welterweights and maybe welterweights within his first 10 professional fights. He's a young man that will not be coddled. He wants to be his first fight to be a 10-round fight, but we're going to make it an 8-round fight. But by his second fight, he'll fight 10 rounds, and he'll be fighting contenders because he's that good. He will be, I will guarantee you, the welterweight champion of the world within 2 years. Right?
Top rank, very good. Promoter, Bobaron, I like it.
Did you get a chance to talk to Conor backstage?
Yeah, he's terrific. And they're such wonderful people. His mother sent us an email talking about that night and how great it was for the family and for her son. They're really super spectacular people, and the kid is unbelievable. I mean, all these kids now are one after another are terrific. This Fauzi kid is terrific. Mick Conlan, Shakur Stevenson, they're really great kids. The Brazilian kid is terrific. This Consecao. We have a group of young fighters. And what about the kid from who fought on the Honduras team, but it's an American, Teofimo Lopez? He's a hell of a prospect. He's a good fighter. Strong, moves, and he's 19. So, I mean, we have a group of young fighters that will definitely be the stars of the future.
Speaking of Conor McGregor, do you think it's possible that we will see Mayweather versus McGregor? And
Well,
do you have any
I
interest?
have no control over that. I think the only thing, that impediment there is the UFC, because the UFC doesn't treat fighters the same way that boxing promoters do. In other words, UFC fighters get so much less than boxers do. They are proposed a deal to Conor that on his share of the purse, they take 50%. Now, give me a break. I mean, if the fight doesn't happen, not that I think it's going to be a great fight, because I think, Conor fighting Mayweather is not really a fight if it's boxing rules. Conor, probably, great MMA guy, but hasn't shown anything in his boxing. And Mayweather's one of the great fighters. But if that fight doesn't happen, blame will be only on UFC.
Going back to Conlan, is he going to be on the fast track to a world title, much like Lomachenko? Or
They're all on the fast track. I'm not screwing around anymore. Because we're not doing 10 and 15-year plans to make a big fight, because, at my age, there's no certainty that I can survive that. So we're really on a 4 and 5 year plan. I think that by the end of the 4th year, sometime into the 5th year, that they're both professionals, that Conlon and Shakur will fight in a fight that will be as big, if not bigger, than Leonard and Hearns was back in the 1980s. And remember, when they fought each other, they had been pros for just a little over 4 years, each of them.
And should we expect Conlon back on April on the card with Oscar Valdez?
No, Conlon?
Yeah.
No, Conlon is fighting in May
Okay.
on his own card, Unama's card, in Boston. I mean, for these purposes, in the first few fights, we made Conlon of Spanish heritage. So he's the Mexican Irishman.
You know, Lomachenko says he wants Mikey Garcia. Are you willing to do business with Garcia considering the fallout?
I mean, the past is the past. I would agree with Vasil that Garcia, Lomachenko would be a very good fight, that Garcia is one of the few fighters around who can even be a test for Lomachenko. So, of course, I would be happy to do that fight. And, you know, one thing, you don't stay in this business for 51 years and keep grudges.
Thank you, Bob.
What did you think about Triple G Jacobs that you saw?
I thought that it was a good fight. I thought Jacobs did a lot better than people thought. But I still think Triple G won the fight. I gave him, but I'm watching on television, so I gave him 7 rounds to 5, and with the point, I made it a 3-point fight, which 2 of the judges did. And you know, in the worst case scenario, he won only 6 rounds, in which case he still wins because of the knockdown.
Exactly.
Are you excited for Canelo Chavez Jr.?
Well, I'm only going to be excited on that fight if Julio continues working hard in the mountains outside of Mexico City. He's putting in tremendous amount of work. If he listens to Beristain and if he works hard, I not only give him a chance, but I favor him to win the fight. But that's knowing Julio, unfortunately, that's a big if.
He looks good, look.
Yeah, he looks terrific. No, he's working hard. He's in great shape. Sean Givens was up to see him, and great attitude. But it's Julio Chavez Jr., and that can change overnight. So far, so good.
Thank you, Bob.
Thanks, Bob.